Hello, everybody. This is Dee from Dee'sdeliciousbites, and I'm back. Back with another video. Gonna do some crafting though. So everybody, let's go. Check out my video. If you wanna get it right, come join Delicious Bites. Check it video. Check out my video. Welcome back to my channel, everyone. If you're new here, please don't forget to hit that subscribe button and the notification bell as well so you never miss out on another beautiful DIY with D. So let's get into it. I know from all the things sitting here, it looks like we're going to be doing some hair. We might be mopping the floor. We don't know what we're doing today, but I have been watching all of these different videos on how to do macrame leaves, and they just look so pretty. And I'm so into Farmhouse and Boho right now. I don't know why. Just all the earthy tones and the using the wood and the different textures in the beads. I am loving it. So I am learning to craft my stash, as crafters call it. Use the things that you already have on hand. And you guys know I have a ton of these mop heads on hand from when I did the gnomes for Christmas. So I'm going to use that to make this beautiful. As a matter of fact, I'm going to make a couple of them because they're going to be wall hangings. This beautiful, quick and easy macrame leaf. I absolutely love it, and I'm going to show you guys how to do it right now. As I said, I watched a lot of different tutorials on it, and the one that stood out to me the most and the one that seemed to be the easiest was according to Kat. She used the Mophead as opposed to using the macrame yarn or threading or cording or whatever they call it. And I absolutely could get with that because, like I said, I've got a ton of this. So let's get it. If you got any of it left from Christmas when you were making gnomes with me, feel free to use it. You're going to need some twine, some scissors, some sharp scissors, a comb of sorts, whatever comb you want. This is what I have. You're going to need some tape and some beads. So let's move everything out of the way and start with the mop head. I made one of the leaves already from this mop head, and so I'm going to go ahead and make another. And you just pull it out. You don't have to cut it. And you need 21 pieces. Well, you need one piece that's long because that's the body or the spine of the leaf. And then you need another 10 of these. You're going to cut them in half to give you 20. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And we still have more left. Set that to the side. This is the body or the spine of the leaf. And you are going to tie a knot at the top where this loop is. Going to tie a knot. Just like that. We like to have a loop for when we hang it. You can hang it however you want. I've seen it hung on dowels. I've seen it hung on very nice pieces of wood or twigs or branches found out in your yard. And that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to hang them at varying heights on a good sized branch out my yard. I got a lot of trees in my backyard. And so I'm going to do that, and it will be a beautiful wall hanging. So you tie your knot in it, just like that. Got your knot tied. You can see it. And then you're going to just put it on your flat surface. You need the tape because you need to tape it down. While you're working with it, you don't want it moving around. So you're just going to tape it down. Just like that. Then you're going to get these as even as you can. They won't be completely even, but as even as you can. I'm just lining up the ends. And then I'm going to fold it over as evenly as I can get it. Fold it over. Where your finger is where you're going to cut. Just fold it over and try to make it even. And with your sharp scissors, you're just going to cut it. Just cutting it in half. So now that you got all your pieces, you're going to make loops just like this. This is so easy. That's why I chose this one. And you're going to go every other direction. So you're going to put one loop to the right, and that's going to be, let's put it underneath. Loop to the right, but it is underneath the spine. Loop to the left on top. Okay, so you want to make it even. Make it centered. Center this piece. And now that you've done that, because you have this loop here, you can take your end pieces, put them through this loop, bring them through. Over here you've got end pieces, but you've got your loop. Put your end pieces through that loop. You're going to take both of your end pieces, it's like a pretzel, and you're going to pull it. Just like that. Pull it, and then push it up. Okay? There. And you're going to do it again, except you're going to rotate it. So before we had the loop underneath on this side. We're going to put the loop underneath on the opposite side. You could do it all one way if you want, but I like it this way. Now this already has some black or something on it, like some black yarn was mixed in there. I'm just going to pull that out. And then you're just going to put this loop on the opposite side and make sure that you center your pieces. Bring the ends up through the loop, push these ends down through the loop, take your two ends and pull. And then push that up. Going to do that all the way down. So now we're going to go the opposite way this time. You want your loop underneath this way and centered. This loop on top this way. Going to push that under, pull that up, and pull it tight. And then push it up. And I'll be back once it's all done. So now that you have all of your pieces all tied on, and you just play with them, you just tie them, pull them, line them up, smash them down, make them pretty. Now that you have all your pieces tied on, you are going to unravel. I was coming apart, had to put it back. You're going to unravel all of these pieces. So when you find pieces of thread that are, or pieces of yarn or mop or whatever, that is green or red or brown or black, which I've found every color in here so far, I just pull it out because I want it to be white. I don't want any flecks of any extra crazy colors of mop in here. So you're just going to unravel them, go down each side. It's so simple. It's kind of like when we were doing the gnome and we had to unravel his beard. We're going to unravel it like that. The one thing I didn't do that I'm going to do on this, that I didn't do on the gnome, was I didn't comb his beard through and fluff it out. I just unraveled it and let it be the natural way that it was. But we're going to comb this and fluff it. We're going to comb it gently because if you comb it really roughly, you're going to pull your knots loose, and you're also going to break your threading, your mop threads, which I've done. So that's how come I know. So we're just going to unravel all of these, both sides, and then we'll be back. Okay, I'm back and I've got it all unraveled. You can see it's all unraveled. So you just look at it and choose which side you like the best. Doesn't really matter. I kind of like this side the best. And I'm going to put beads at the bottom of this one. I'm going to do it a little bit differently from the other. If you are not going to put beads at the bottom, all the way at the bottom where we actually started the spine here, then you're going to want to tie a knot here. You don't want anything to slip off. So if you're not going to put beads on the bottom, then you need to tie a knot. I'm going to bead the bottom of this just a little with a few beads. And I'm not sure what colors I want, you guys. I've got a lot of different colors and styles and shapes. So just whatever appeals to you. These are the ones that I have. I got a big container of beads from Walmart for about $6. So I'm just going to try to thread this through. Normally I put a dollop of hot glue. You guys have seen me do that at the end of my cording when I'm using the jute, so I don't worry about it being hard to get through the bead. But I'm just going to tie a knot like that and put some beads. Use some colors that are colors that you like, one or two here or there. I'm going to try to stay neutral because I'm really loving that right now. So I'm just twisting it to get the mop to go through. Oh, well, guess it'll go through if the hole was all the way open. When I find that I have beads where the hole is not all the way open, I just go through it with some scissors. And if you're having a hard time like I am trying to get that through, just put some tape on it. You just need it to stiffen up. That's all. You can get the tape off after you're done. You put some tape on it. It makes it a little easier to thread because you have the stiffness of the tape that you can pull through. So like that. I think I'm going to put one more on here, and I'll be back when I've got the bottom beaded. So I've got my beads strung on the bottom, just a few. Just doing this one a little different than the other one. And then I've got my beads on some jute because I'm going to tie those at the top. But now we can go ahead and fluff this out by combing it. And you want to comb it gently, like I said, because if you comb it too rough, and you're going to get a lot of this, that's what we're doing. We're fluffing it out. If you comb it too roughly, you are going to start to rip the mop head because it's, you know, kind of gentle. See how you get that big piece out of there? You really don't want to do that too often. It'll be too thin. So you just got to be careful. And I hold the knots when I comb it just to try to make sure that they don't loosen up. But you just want to fluff it a little bit. You're going to get that. I had a pile of it. I must have thrown it away. You can save that and use it as stuffing for a pillow or something. I don't know, but I pitched mine. I know crafters, you're really not supposed to throw much away, but I really don't know what to do with that. So here's some more of it. And then you're going to do the other side. Hold on to the knots and gently just try to fluff it. Use a bigger comb if you are worried about ripping it up. You don't have to use a comb quite this small, but you do want to fluff it up some. This would take dye very, very well since it's 100% cotton. If you wanted to dye it gray or black or blue or whatever, it would take dye very well. So once you've fluffed it out as much as you would like it fluffed, then you are going to cut it. You need to cut it into whatever shape you call a leaf shape. I'm going to cut this one more like the shape of a heart, because that turned out really good to me. I like how that looked. And it's really just preference now. You're just, making it your own. Now is where you're really getting into the design of it. So I am going to leave it kind of long at the bottom and then taper it up to the top. Looking at this would look good if you were doing something with an angel and you needed to make angel wings, but you'd have to figure out how to stiffen it so they would kind of stay in place. So then after I cut it, I kind of just go back through it and fluff it a little bit. And then to get the other side the same way, I have to turn mine. I have to flip it over. You see there's pieces over here that are still too long. I'll just go back and get them. So now you're shaping it. You're making it look like what you want it to look like. This is what I have so far, but I really think that I want to trim it up just a little more. So I'll be back. So you guys, here is what it looks like now that I've got it all trimmed up. They can be considered leaves or feathers or whatever you want to call them. I just call it organic and beautiful. I absolutely love it. So now I am going to add these beads on that I put on the hemp, and I like them to hang a little off, one longer, one shorter. So I'm just going to tie them to the top. We'll be right back. So I tied one set of beads at the top, and I kept the twine. I did not cut it yet. And then I'm going to tie the second one. I'm just going through the loop at the top, and I'm tying this one on, and this one will be either longer or shorter depending on what you want to do. Or you can hang them both at the same height. I just want one. I want varying heights on it. I like that look. So then this one, I'm just going to tie shorter and tie it to the loop at the top. And I tied them both to the side. I like that look. So they're tied at the top. But now I'm going to wrap it. Just going to take the cording and wrap it. I'm going to leave my loop because I don't know if I'm going to use the loop for something or not, so I'm going to keep it. So I'm just wrapping the cord around. Keep the loop and just wrap the cord around. I'm going to flip it over because I prefer it to be tied in the back. Just going to tie a knot. So as you can see, guys, I trimmed it up a little bit more because I wanted this one to be a little skinnier than the previous one that I made because they are going to be displayed together. So I wanted one to be fat and one to be skinny, one to have beads in the middle, one not, just so that they show a different style. Each one shows a different style. So I have also made a beaded rope that I'm going to go ahead and attach to the top. And I'm just going to tie it on. So you guys, this is the finished product, and this is how I decided to style it. I just put it on this wood little raised, I don't know, like cutting board, but I don't use it for that because I love how it looks. And this is the bigger one that I made. And after I put the tassel on it and the beading, I found that the beading that was down here was too much and I didn't love it. So I took it off and now it's perfect. And then the little one I just have sitting on this galvanized 10 picture frame that you just clip a picture in. I found this at Dollar Tree for $1. So that's the end of this video. I hope you like this craft as much as I love doing it. And I hope you come back and visit me again. That's going to bring this video to a close. If you like this content, you'd like to see more from me, please give it a big fat thumbs up. Don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe, and share me out to all your friends and family about Dee's Delicious Bites and my crafting so that they can stop by and do a craft with me as well. I believe you're capable of amazing things. Please believe it too. Until I see you and you see me, be beautiful, be blessed, be safe. Be the best you that you can possibly be. I love you guys, and I'll see you tomorrow in another video. Bye, guys.